Join me as I dig into the shocking truth behind this marketing firm that admits to spying on us through our phones. Can I uncover the secrets they don't want us to know? Marketing firms have always been a bit sketchy, collecting our data and using it to target us with ads. But what if I told you that some of these firms are taking it to the next level, spying on you through your phone? It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's disturbingly true. The idea that these companies are collecting our personal data without our consent is not only illegal but also a massive breach of our privacy. It's like having someone constantly watching you, monitoring your every move, and using that information to manipulate you into buying their products. It's creepy, and it's wrong. The worst part is that most of us are unaware that we're being spied on. We think we're safe, but in reality, our personal data is being harvested left and right. Imagine having a private conversation with a friend, only to see an ad related to that conversation pop up on your phone a few hours later. It's unsettling, to say the least. And it's not just conversations, it's our location, our interests, our habits. These firms are gathering all of this information and using it to create a virtual profile of us, a profile that they can use to control what we see and what we buy. But what's even more disturbing is that these firms are often using underhanded tactics to gather this data. They're hiding behind obscure terms and conditions, hiding their true intentions from us. It's like a big game of cat and mouse, where they're the predators, and we're the prey. Let's talk about how these marketing firms gather our data. One way they do it is through apps. You know, those apps we download for free, well, they're not really free, are they? They're actually just a gateway for these firms to collect our data. Take, for example, a popular weather app. It might ask for your location, which seems harmless, but what if it's also collecting your browsing history, your contacts, and your search queries? Another way they gather data is through our mobile devices themselves. Did you know that your phone is constantly pinging cell towers, Wi-Fi routers, and GPS satellites, giving away your location? It's like having a homing beacon attached to your phone, broadcasting your every move to the world. And what about all those sensors in our phones, like the accelerometer and the gyroscope? They can detect how we're holding our phone, how we're moving, and even how we're feeling. It's like having a tiny spy in our pocket. The technology behind this data collection is incredibly sophisticated. It's like a spider web of algorithms and machine learning models, all working together to create a detailed profile of who we are and what we want. And once they have this information, they can use it to manipulate us, to make us buy things we don't need, to make us believe things that aren't true. You might remember the case of Cambridge Analytica, a marketing firm that was caught using Facebook data to influence the 2016 US presidential election. It was a massive scandal, with millions of people's data being harvested without their consent. But what you might not know is that this is just the tip of the iceberg. There are countless other marketing firms doing the same thing, spying on us, and using our data to further their own interests. When the Cambridge Analytica scandal broke, there was widespread outrage, with people calling for stricter regulations on data collection. But what really changed? Did these marketing firms stop spying on us? No, they just got more creative, finding new ways to gather our data and hide their tracks. The public reaction to this kind of deception is often mixed. Some people are outraged, demanding change and accountability. Others are more complacent, thinking that it's just the way things are in the digital age. But I think we need to take a step back and realize the gravity of the situation. Our personal data is being stolen, and it's being used against us. It's time we take back control. So, what can we do about it? First, we need to be aware of what's happening. We need to read those terms and conditions, to understand what we're giving away when we download an app or sign up for a service. We need to be vigilant, to question what's going on behind the scenes. And we need to demand change, to hold these marketing firms accountable for their actions. Thanks for watching, and if you're new here, consider subscribing for more content on digital privacy and surveillance. Also, don't forget to check out my previous video on digital privacy rights, where I dive deeper into the world of data collection and surveillance. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about these marketing firms spying on us? Do you think it's a necessary evil, or do you think it's a massive breach of our privacy?